facing
Yes,
my mouth.
like you're
Right,
doing a
but
solo.
There's like a laser beam out of it, and you want to swallow it. Exactly.
Okay. That's, yeah.
Yeah, levels seem to be good.
That was a good analogy, Chris.
You've thought that before, haven't you?
The laser beam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I told you that the first time we did this.
Okay.
You could just, no, that's the one.
What would you use?
I was going to say like a popsicle.
But then I'd want to eat it.
Well, that's why I stopped my sentence.
You gotta swallow the light.
How?
Oh, I left my coffee over there.
You want it?
Man.
I don't want you to have to get it. Assistant?
Oh, he's getting it.
Manservant?
Should we do it? Should I explain the situation?
Yeah, you can go ahead and explain what's going on.
Okay, so we're doing things a little different this time. First of all, sorry we missed a week. We missed last week, but
Nice.
we won't go into details. But anyway, we actually, myself and Chris, are traveling. Him from the West Coast, us from the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
We're in Minneapolis. Well, outside of Minneapolis.
Ooh, name drop.
Yeah, drop top.
I think that's okay.
I don't know.
It's a
okay once we
city.
leave.
Minneapolis is pretty small.
You think people are going to run and try to find
No,
us?
there's roughly 400,000 people in this city.
Is that right?
No.
Yeah, I swear
No.
to God. I saw it on the sign.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
398,000.
Anyway,
better check
so we're here
this.
for a family event. So we were going to try to bring in Jason, through Zoom or whatever,
Oh,
but he is
over.
actually not available. So we
He's a
are,
Zoomer.
yeah. So me and Chris are doing the podcast, and we do have a special guest. We've mentioned her name many a time.
You've heard the legends.
Yes, she's
Well, a few
never been on
times.
it. But Caitlin, our sister,
Younger sister.
the younger of the Vellons.
So this is a young adult podcast now, not
Yeah.
middle aging.
yeah, no,
Now
that's
it's
true.
just two
Katie,
young kids and an oldie.
Katie
Yeah.
is no,
A gray beard.
I don't have a beard. Katie is the one Vellon
She didn't
Currently-
say gray.
still in her 20s.
Correct.
Oh
So-
man,
Yeah, remember?
I had a weird situation happen a few weeks ago. I went over one of
It
my
was like your mom and
coworkers
dad
for
are
dinner.
undressing or something.
Yeah. As we're doing this, my mother is undressing my father and trimming his hairs.
We're all in a hotel room.
Anyway,
So yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
no, we went to one of my coworkers for dinner because they had a bunch of baby stuff they were giving us because we're about to have a baby.
Yep.
And at one point, we were trying to figure out everyone's ages because it was like the first time we actually saw each other in person and hung out. So he told me his age. And I was like, guess what my age is?
Okay.
And he was like, oh, I don't want to play this game because he felt bad. He was going to guess too low or too high. And he said 31. And I was like, oh, close, 32.
You're not 32.
And then Sarah was like, you're not 32. I was like, yep, you're right. I forgot how old I was.
Well,
You're going to be 32.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
How old was he?
27, 28.
Ugh,
What did you say?
that seems young.
No, it seemed about right.
I said, what did you say? Like, what you
No.
guess?
He only guessed me.
Oh.
His age came out
That seems like a
naturally.
weird game. Just guess.
Well, no.
Guess my age. Of course, just goes up to strangers.
Well, no, that happened. Well, it was because I said that, and then I was like, "Oh, Sarah's almost 32," and then or 30 as well.
Well, yeah.
But then she was like, "I'm already 30." I was like, "Yep, you're right." So I just completely forgot.
Oh, no, that was
I've
your
completely
party.
forgot everyone's age.
Okay. So you forgot she had a birthday, but
Yeah.
you added
Yeah.
that birthday to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Is Mom
Katie.
talking?
I don't. Yes, I guess. Mom. No, not Mom. She's not part of this.
Oh,
Katie, would you like to give an intro or anything? Just like a
to
hello
myself?
or
Yeah.
no?
Introduce
just-
yourself to the world.
Tell
the
our
virtual
listeners.
world. We got that guy in South Korea listens.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
Person in India.
All right.
We've done it.
I don't.
Non-denominational.
I can't relate to those people or those origins.
That's okay.
Huh? Caitlin. I'm the youngest.
Yep.
About to be 30. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. How's that feel?
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
It.
I feel bad
I
about
don't-
it.
You're holding up a lot better than
You thought I'd be?
Michelle.
Don't say
Oh.
that because that's not true.
Well,
Anyways,
at
go
you
ahead.
at 30. I think I threw you a 30th birthday with mom and dad's assistance.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm one. I don't really care about like age.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
care
you
to
don't
be
like to put a
"Uh,
number on it.
I can't do it at 30.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really care. I don't feel 30 by any means. And the
Yeah.
fact that you're 32 is jarring.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look so young.
So fit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think you don't act 30, and I don't mean that in
I
a
really
bad
needed
way.
that
You're welcome.
after this weekend. After
Yeah.
I almost exploded out of my seat yesterday.
Right. I laughed really hard at that yesterday when you said that, by the way.
But yeah, you look. Yeah, I don't think you act 30.
No,
Um,
I don't think
I don't
do
think
either.
anyone in our family acts their age.
That's probably
except
true.
maybe Juju or other
Juju?
brother. I was gonna say his name, but
That's
I
our
know he doesn't
stepbrother,
like when he
Juju.
says her name.
Juju B.
Except maybe him. He acts his age. Jason
well,
doesn't.
I think he
Yeah.
acts responsible.
Our father
But-
doesn't.
But I
act
don't know if
his
that's
age.
true because I think I act responsible. Jason's responsible. Like,
Mm.
but
But
I
you
think
you
when
together,
we're.
you're just dopes.
But I think it's also when we're together,
Right.
right? Because I feel like
Mm.
I don't think the way Jason acts with us.
Yeah, would we recognize each other from, like,
What?
when we're not together? Does that make sense?
I think I would still
Like
know
the
who
way
you are.
the way we interact with the outside world,
like
would we
be
recognize?
surprised? You know, that's interesting you say that because Michelle would always point out that when she would see me at work when I worked at Target, that she did. Oh, this is our first break.
It's like we're in the room with two teenagers. They're undressing each other. They're cutting each other's hair. They're listening to music too loud.
Mom just told.
This is comedy
I
gold.
mean, that's true. We are in there.
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
why we came in here.
I don't know.
I
either.
don't know. Dad said, "Yeah, the equipment was
Yeah,
in
but it was
here."
in a
Oh,
bag.
yeah, but we could have brought it.
I mean,
I know.
It's all right.
It's very.
It's
transferable.
it mixes it up.
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
like a curveball.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Target.
Yeah, but when I worked at Target, Michelle would always be, I don't know, surprised or
Yeah.
I don't know, because I was not, I mean, not the highest up in that store, but I held power, I guess, so to speak. I was a leader.
Yeah.
Leader.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And
So
you
I
never
had-
held power.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that's what it
Definitely.
is.
Well, from being the youngest, where I don't necessarily make
Yeah.
decisions, have opinions for decisions, now to be the person in charge that people are coming to make decisions.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's a little different of a viewpoint.
No, and I think you're absolutely right because within our dynamic, you were always like you never really had an opinion. You
We
know,
did.
you'd be like I don't care.
No one
I'm
has
sure she
listened.
had an opinion.
No, but I'm saying for a while she was a child, so. But if she said let's go to Chuck E. Cheese, everyone's like, yeah,
Yeah,
go away.
shut up.
Right.
And then she's very easygoing. So I think as long as you give her a good chicken sandwich with like bacon, she's fine. So then to see her in a work environment where she's like taking control, I was like, wow, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And even to some degree, hearing, like, I don't think it's as different for you, Michelle, because we're used to you, like,
Bossing us around.
I was going to say telling people what to do.
No,
but,
yeah.
like, if we have a problem, it's like, oh, Michelle will know, or
Yeah.
let's ask her. But even Chris talking about, like finance stuff and Roth
Yeah.
IRAs, and
Yeah.
it's just like, what?
Well, even the other day when we were,
I love how you think like
But I don't get them in general.
Roth
No.
IRAs.
but
So
even
anyone
the
can
other day
explain
when
them.
we were sitting in the living room, and I don't want to say people's names, but
yeah.
I don't know how to
Who was there? What do you
identify
mean?
them without it. I'll
Living
just say
room.
Jim.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Oh.
were talking about stocks.
J-Dog.
You were talking about stocks, and you said like maybe it was split or whatever you said, and he was like, "Oh, yeah. Why didn't I think of that?" Like, you know,
Yeah.
he has knowledge that isn't always known in the
Yeah. I surprise myself sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Where I think
sometimes I'm just at work and I say something and I'm just like, that was
Yeah,
smart.
I could
Well,
Yeah.
it's interesting because I think most of our family's careers don't really come into our day-to-day family life. I think I'm an exception
Mm-hmm.
because I think I plan events and stuff like that, but I've done your wedding, family
Right.
dinners, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like you and even Jason with banking, like we don't do that on a day-to-day basis. So I think it is a little bit more jarring when you
Yeah.
see how knowledgeable
Yeah.
maybe you are.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I don't know if I would recognize your work version of yourself, if that's what you were
I'm
trying
pretty
to get
much
to.
the same.
I was going to say, I'm sure you're still
Still a
like
smart ass.
a little assholey.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
But in a funny way. And like that.
Like
"Aw,
endearing.
He's adorable.
Oh. Well,
Isn't he cute?
uh,
No?
Did we have any topics for today?
Yes. No. That kind of segues.
Sex ways.
huh?
Segues.
This isn't the podcast. I
Into
thought
the
it was.
topic.
Exactly what I want to do with my two sisters.
Because I thought and we kind of already touched on it.
Yo, I'm hot. Not that.
Yeah, you're killing it.
In terms of personalities, how they're affected by your birth order.
Mhm.
Like the fact that Katie is the youngest, right?
Yes.
I'm the second oldest, but the oldest girl, so I think that changes it a little. And then
Uh-huh.
Chris is the youngest boy, second youngest. Like, kind of how you feel that influenced their personalities, I guess. Or just how they are.
Well, we were talking about this yesterday, right? When you asked if I wished I had a younger sibling.
Yes, I did ask that.
I mean, it never was a thought that crossed my mind. But then you mentioned something about either not thinking about having an older sister.
Oh, I would never want an older sister.
And I said that you wouldn't be the way you are now. So
yeah, but you're
who's
only
to say?
saying that because you never had one.
No, but
Well,
Katie doesn't.
She was
yeah.
saying she wouldn't want one because she wasn't want
No,
someone
as
telling
I
her
am
what to
now,
do
I
or
wouldn't
whatever.
want one.
But she probably might not be like this if she had
Yeah.
an older sister.
Right.
No, that's true because I think we can say pretty confidently, like myself and Michael, who was the oldest, kind of was a little bit more serious, like
Well, I think that's
Typical-
a direct influence from our parents.
yeah, typical older siblings. I feel like there was a lot more. I don't want to say pressure because I didn't feel pressure, but you're the first, probably mostly Michael, the first to go through things, the first to graduate, go to college,
Yeah.
all of that. And I was the first girl, so I think that added a little bit to it. So I think there was that pressure. Whereas by the time I got to you, I think they were just happy you
Didn't really
were.
care.
I
You
didn't
went
feel
to school.
any pressure
Yeah.
No.
at all.
Look, yeah. So did you ever feel any kind of pressure?
Nope.
Like for what?
I mean,
Like in mom and dad's eyes?
well,
Like
like,
pressure to like
like-
succeed?
yeah, if you don't do well or
Well, I think there's something to be said about what other siblings have done before you.
Right.
yeah.
I mean,
Wasn't
Okay.
wasn't much to stack up against.
yeah, no.
That's not true.
I was gonna say Michael was a lawyer, but then it kind of trails off after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
I
was
mean,
going to
while
law
we were
school.
growing up, you just worked in a deli.
Well, yeah. Which that's pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, it was a job
lot
when
of
I was like
sandwiches.
in college.
Well, yeah. I
no,
mean,
I never felt any pressure to succeed.
well, let me ask you this question. This is an
maybe
interesting
it's,
question.
is that because you have succeeded?
No.
I just already felt successful.
Oh.
Is it because of we all loved you?
I'm
No,
sure
we
love had
didn't
something to do
tolerate
with it.
him a lot. I don't think.
Well, but I don't know the answers to this 100%. But when did you get your first job?
My first job. Well, I helped with the newspapers a bit.
Yeah, but that
Like,
was mostly
you're talking
death.
about like a legit.
Basically like a job that you then
Yeah.
haven't stopped working since you've got that job.
I think it was Damon's,
Damn.
but I
Okay.
only worked at that for 2 to 3 weeks before I quit.
Okay.
Or
How
I
old,
didn't
do you know
quit, I
how old
stopped
you
going.
were?
Sophomore in high school.
So 15,
Sophomore,
16.
junior.
But then you quit.
I quit and immediately started working at Chick-fil-A.
Okay. And then you were there kind of
A
long?
couple years, and then I did manual labor. For
Okay.
Dad.
But then when you were in college, did you work?
I did work a summer
Okay. So not
at
consistent.
the restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Not consistently.
What about you?
I've only ever had 3 jobs, including my own.
Yeah.
Three
So
jobs.
3 jobs. My first job was justice,
For girls.
just for girls.
Oh, I thought you fought crime.
Yes. I was maybe like a junior in high school.
Yeah.
But then that was it. Then I was
Yeah.
working at both Target and Justice. I worked at the Starbucks on campus when I was during school, and then went back to Target and Justice for a couple summers. And then once I graduated, I went back to Target for 3 years until I got my
Okay.
current job.
You worked in college? No.
I just
I'm
just
sorry.
said that.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
There was a time there I was worried you were never going to leave Target.
Honestly, I agree with that. I
Yeah.
just had my 3-year anniversary at my current job Friday.
Congratulations.
I guess. Thank
Yes. Congratulations.
I've never worked anywhere that long.
you. Yeah, I
Huh.
mean, I worked at Justice until, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. I was management there too. And then I worked at Target for like 5
Yeah.
years.
She's impressive.
And then now here.
You taken? Yeah, you are.
Oh,
You're her sister.
Not for me.
Oh.
for like your friends?
The world. Listen.
Oh.
The South
Oh,
Korean gentleman.
Yeah. I don't remember the question.
Okay.
What was
No, and that's
When did
no.
you have your first job?
No, I mean it was like the day of my 16th birthday,
Okay.
which
That's
is
like
the
sophomore year.
earliest I
Junior.
could work. Yeah, but I think again it was kind of different because, I mean, I think you started working about normal times, but like I started then and like I never didn't work,
Yeah.
and partially it was like to get.
Are you
money.
trying to like say you're better than
No.
us?
Yes.
No, I'm just saying, again, I think it's that younger sibling because at that point I'm like, there are all these kids behind me, and if I want.
You were
Dad's
actually
spending
working
money.
to like help out the household.
Well,
at
no,
times.
I mean, I wasn't 100%.
Sometimes.
Yeah. But like,
I
it was
buying
also,
iPads.
you
or
know,
iPods.
couldn't, like, just have spending money because money wasn't freely flowing because there were all these younger kids under me.
Well, why did you think we did it?
No,
Like, donate our money?
no, but I think they were in our parents were in a different, it was different.
Yeah.
And then not so different.
But then you also had us.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say? Like, if you came to me and said, "Hey, I want to go wherever. Can I have money?"
Yeah.
If they didn't have it,
Right, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think I was just trying to segue into that.
He's clowning on us right now.
Why?
Dad's just listening and just not even caring.
Oh.
But I appreciate him.
Does he want to say something?
So we can...
You got an opinion?
Oh, is he mad?
He may be mad.
Okay.
He's
Off
like
topic.
the Hulk. He's mad all the time.
The Hulk
Um,
isn't... Oh, you might be right. The Hulk
yeah.
is.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but I was thinking not all the time, but Bruce Banner.
I remember vividly while working at Chick-fil-A, I saved up money to buy like iPod original. It
Yeah.
was like the wider one with the screen. It was like $300-$400, and that was the last time I ever had money.
Like saved.
Like that was the last. Like I was positive $400. I remember I was like, wow, I got a lot of money in my bank account. Then I bought that, and it's been all downhill since then.
Been spending
Yeah.
ever since.
I can't get back up.
It is crazy how much money you spend. Like, not you,
Yeah.
the collective you.
But I also think it's crazy. I mean, up until the wedding, I wouldn't have thought I could save any money. But then when it was like, well, it's either this or you
Yeah,
don't get
rubber
married.
hits the road.
yeah, no, that's true.
When the rubber hits the road.
You said something about a throat.
No,
Oh,
I didn't.
all right. I thought you said something about a rubber throat.
I did not. It's also wild how like you'll get a promotion or a pay increase, and it never feels like it. You somehow find a way to spend that extra money.
I'm trying not to, but I'll let you know if I get promoted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting. I will say,
You can like justify spending more, I think.
Right. Yeah.
well, you always adapt your life to how
Yeah.
much money you
Yeah.
make. Like, you know, if I get a $50,000 raise, I'm going to have so much money to save, but then you don't even realize that you're,
Like I think about myself 6 years ago. If I just spent what I spent then,
Oh yeah.
I'd be the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably
Food
true
for
for
thought.
most people.
When the rubber hits the road.
Don't spend. Yay, you're stepping on my.
I was
Sorry.
going to, so back to personalities. So in my opinion, as an older sibling,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you two seem to be the most carefree.
Oh.
Not that you don't care about things, but I'm saying just
I think we're more confident.
the way you live your lives. Well, I mean, I don't think it's confidence.
No.
Well, I mean, no, explain that, I guess.
Yeah, because we've never felt like the pressure of having to succeed. We've always had like a cheering party, right? Like we've always
Okay.
had supporters, and so like for me, it's built a level of confidence where
Okay,
like
no, I see that.
there's like no situation like I'm ever uncomfortable in, really.
You're saying because most situations you're in, you know, if you don't do a good job, someone's gonna, you know, be like, "It's okay, Chris. We still love you.
Yeah,
you're the best."
There's never been a situation where I failed at something and it was like detrimental to
Okay.
me. Because there's never been pressure to like have to do it.
You didn't feel like pressure for yourself? Because I felt that way.
Pressure
Like,
from myself.
Self pressure.
Yeah. Like,
Uh,
what, if I don't do this, then what?
yeah. I mean, I'm sometimes.
But you're saying that's more internalized pressure and not so, or was it I need to do this or everyone will judge me badly?
I don't think so, but it's hard to explain without giving the details that I
Okay.
don't want to give.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine.
So, not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I mean,
what is that? How does that tie back to being carefree?
Well, because it's like I don't really worry about stuff.
Like I'm trying to think of a situation. Now, I think I have a good amount of confidence, but I think kind of what you're saying is I'm trying to think of what could, like, if something goes horribly wrong.
Well, that's just it, right? There's been things that have gone horribly wrong in our lives.
Yeah.
And we're here. Like, it's okay.
Okay.
So it's just like, yeah, it sucks in the moment, but it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
So why get all stressed out about it?
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think it's like I feel like what Michelle's alluding to is just like they almost had to work harder for different things that we didn't have to.
And I think it's self-imposed because
Yeah.
honestly, like, it was never like if I didn't do well on a test and I came home that they would ever yell at me.
Yeah.
It was self-imposed that in some ways is still self-imposed today. Like, and not that you don't think that, but it's kind of like, oh, well, I can't do that because what would mom and dad think of that? And I think you guys would just be like, I'm going to do it. And if something happens, chances are dad will laugh. You know?
Yeah.
But we're more funny.
Well, you
But,
are more
I
funny.
mean,
yeah.
I think
And it was almost like if we didn't, like, if we got bad grades or something, our parents knew it wasn't because we were dumb and we just didn't try.
Yeah.
And so it was like,
well, and I know he's not here to defend himself, and I hope he doesn't take this negatively, but I think Jason kind of helped pave the way because school isn't for everyone.
yeah.
Okay, that's a valid
So
point.
he
That's a
kind
valid
of
point.
proved that point that just because maybe you're not the brightest student or a teacher maybe calls you stupid, it doesn't mean you actually are.
Yeah.
So Jason being the third kind of kind of
And
loosened
he went
it.
outside the mold because
That's true.
I think if he went to college, graduated, did everything that, I mean, no offense to him, but
A real boy.
essentially everyone else did.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
He got the grade. We got graded on a curve after Jason.
Weighted
You know what?
grades.
Okay.
He brought down the average.
Because being the older sibling looking at that, I know it was like, man, and again, I think there was a little bit of, I don't know if I want to use the word jealousy, but it's kind of like, man, that kid, he's just blazing his own trail. Like, you know, you're kind of like, he's zany, which
He's a free spirit.
perfectly describes him.
You're
and
just
in
like,
some
why
ways,
didn't I do that?
it's frustrating, but then the frustration is more like, man, I didn't know I could have done that.
Were you jealous of us?
I don't think jealous is the right word, because I think, again, I don't think I'd be who I am if I wasn't born second. But I mean, I think, you know, again, we've talked about this. Like, you kind of got a little bit different set of parents in some ways. They were more confident, right? I mean, by the time you get to 4th, 5th, 6th, they knew it.
I wish
and,
I knew
Dad
what was going
said,
through Dad's head right now.
yeah, like Dad made it very clear once that someone was misbehaving, and he said, I don't want to yell at them because they'll put me in a home. Like, and he was joking, but it's kind of like, you know, I think he had more, I don't want to use the word fun, because obviously we were his first children, but you know,
No,
at that point they were
I'd say
building a
fun.
life. They were building a life.
Yeah.
He was working, and
Things were more stable.
yeah, by the time he got to you guys, and I think now I'm speaking for him, but I think having older siblings to kind of help to, like, allowed him to have more fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know.
Interesting family.
So
We
yeah,
have an interesting
I don't
family.
know that I'd say I was jealous of it, but sometimes it's like,
Why
you know,
not me?
yeah. You know.
Choose me.
I
Choose
don't
me,
think choose
Daddy.
But again, I think even that, so there's 2 girls, right? Me and you. I think his relationship with us is very different. I think I am the older first daughter, older daughter, whatever you would think about that, right? Like, but then I think with you, it's kind of like this more playful relationship, I guess, you know, where you're using Snapchat filters, and, you know, you burped that one time and he was very proud of you.
I love a burp.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
love
was
a
very impressive, but
Great
like,
burp.
I would never ever do that.
Well,
Yeah.
and again, not to kind of revert back to
Yeah.
just
Oh.
birth order, but you had one brother ahead of you, and I had 4.
Yeah. Okay.
2 of which were obviously around mostly during my childhood years, and they were also children.
Yeah. So how do you think that influenced you?
Guilty.
I think, I don't know. I think it added to maybe the flexible side of me, because, and it was very humbling too, because there were times, I actually just told this story, I think at Kevin's birthday maybe, where it was like a summer day and we didn't have enough like lunch meat. So Joe got the sandwich, Chris got like leftovers, and I got a jar of applesauce.
Hey, man.
That's 100% a true story. So I think, you know, I don't want to say I have low expectations of my life, but it's I don't know, it's been grounding. You know, I feel like I can,
We toughened you up.
yeah, like, and I hate to compare it, but like things, I got hit square in the face with a ball yesterday.
A lot.
Well, yesterday alone, I got
Yesterday.
nailed in
Yeah,
the head
most recent.
and face. I think how you would have handled that situation was different than how I did.
I mean, he did try to break my arm yesterday.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously now
Yeah.
you're older, so you react.
I think you
differently.
can blame my older brothers for that,
Yeah,
because they used to do it on me, so I got no one else
Well, I guess
but
that's
you
true.
to do it on.
Yeah.
And I think to some extent, I was a lot of the times involved in the troublemaking, maybe by association. And I know Jason brings this up a lot, where Dad yelled at you and he then apologized to you, where I got the punishment just like the other two boys. So I think that alone is a little
We should
different.
do some wild shit. I was
Yeah.
just thinking about this the other day because we're visiting family right now, and we have young nieces and nephews. We're like 8 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about what was I doing when I was 8? And it was like, oh, I was breaking out of our house to travel across the neighborhood to plant a Lego brick on the back of a truck for a Mission Impossible mission.
What?
Yeah. That happened. Joe, we dressed up all in black.
Who?
I don't
What?
think-
You and Joe?
Me, Joe, and his friend. Or
Okay.
not Joe, some random guy.
Oh, Juju, whatever we called him.
Yeah, we broke out. We broke out of the house. I think Mission Impossible just came out, so it was front of mind. Broke out of the house, and then we lived behind a grocery store, and you had to go down. It was like a little sewer area. So we ran across that to the back of the grocery store where all the trucks were, and we planted a Lego brick in the back because it was our tracking
Like a-
device.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then we snuck back in. And no one's known till this moment. So mission success.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that was not
We're
impossible.
tracking that truck
And we
to
got
this
the goods.
day.
Yep. We know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Wichita.
That's interesting. Okay.
But we used to do stuff like that all the time.
And I think because you're the second, you were the first girl and the only girl for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if you guys were even attempting to do those kinds of things.
It would
but
never have even crossed my mind or Michael's mind
Yeah.
to ever sneak out of
Break
anything.
out of the house.
Yeah. And even that with Jason, like he, you know, since he's not here, we'll talk for him. He used to, we would go to bed and he would sneak down and like sit behind my mom and watch TV. And again, it was just astonishing to me that you would do that.
why wouldn't you just go to bed?
And again, Michael, you could tell he was so annoyed that he would used to tell on him. Like he used to
Ugh.
sit on the couch
Rat.
and say,
Yeah.
"Look behind you," and he would try to run away.
What a
You know,
rat.
because it's just. And again, it's all seemingly he was now being older. He was God bless mom, because I don't know. I would have put him outside.
I think I would say I would have put him out.
Put him down.
Yeah.
Would have put him down.
I mean, yeah, he
We used
was.
to do that all the time.
Put him outside.
Yeah.
Sneak around.
Oh,
We were
yeah.
just talking
At
about that,
night.
actually.
I always used to trick Caitlin into staying up and to wake me up when everyone went to bed.
Yeah.
And I guess
And
my
then
point is
you would always
what-
be like,
Then she'd
"Oh,
wake me up and I'd be like,
I don't wanna
"Nah,
sneak."
I'm going to go
But-
to sleep.
What I guess my point is, what is the point?
the thrill.
Danger.
Okay.
The thrill, yeah.
All right.
It's the most dangerous thing we could do at
Because
that
I guess
time.
would
as a
sneak
kid.
downstairs and like get a pickle or like a hot
Yeah.
dog and be like,
Play
got it.
64.
Yeah.
Watch TV. And we used to go down there and Jason would be watching TV and be like, all right. come
Were
hang
they
out."
so mom and dad were asleep?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, I think so. It could have easily been like 10 o'clock at night for all I know. But
Well, mom didn't go to sleep.
I
at 10
remember
then.
purposely
Yeah,
waiting
mom
for
was
mom
the
and dad to go
problem.
to sleep.
Mom used to stay up
Mom
late.
would stay up
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
It was
Maybe that's why.
We could outlast dad like that.
Yeah.
Mom was a struggle. Mom was
Yeah.
a struggle.
Yeah.
Did we do it on school nights? I guess.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
We'd also trick Jason to miss the bus.
When's the last time you woke up and felt like good?
Like physically?
Like I
Like I slept real well.
can't remember the last time I woke up and was like, yeah, I want to get up right now.
I think each weekend I do.
I'm
And-
always tired.
Well, what time do you normally wake up?
It varies.
But I think
That's
that's
the
the problem.
Oh.
You need a set,
Well, my bedtime varies too.
but you need a
That's
set
also a
schedule
problem.
of going to sleep and waking
I
up.
like to stay up late.
What's the earliest you go to bed? With if you're not like sick or anything like that.
The earliest, like 10, 11, 11.
All right.
That's
Because I
earlier
don't
than
get
I
up till
thought.
8. here's my problem.
That might be too much sleep.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll go to bed at 11, and I'll wake up at like 6, and I'll be like, well, I'm not going to get up. What am I going to do? And I'll go back to sleep till 8, and then I'm tired.
But
You
there's
know-
probably things you
It's a
can
vicious
do.
cycle. Yeah,
You know,
I know.
you talk
I
about
know.
how
Go for a
you
run.
don't clean. Maybe that's the
Yeah.
No,
time.
I do clean.
Oh.
Maybe that's your, like, you work out.
Ugh. Clean at 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
That's a good time, like Cinderella.
Right. Chrisarella.
No. I don't know. I guess I got to grow up.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's like apps you can use that tell you
To
when-
clean?
No,
Oh.
tell you when to wake up, so you're waking up.
Yeah,
like,
I know,
Not
I
in
know.
a REM
Well,
I've
cycle
used
yeah,
or
that's the
something.
problem.
And that
you're
can help
you're
you feel
going
better.
back to sleep at 6, and you're going into a deep
REM
REM
cycle.
sleep.
REM.
REM.
Yeah, like a job.
It's rapid eye movement, REM.
That might be the problem too. You don't want to wake up.
And then that's why you're waking up in between that. So then
Yeah,
you're feeling bad.
I
Yeah.
understand the science behind it.
Okay.
I got
well,
it.
Then
put
do
it to
it.
use.
Thanks, Bill Nye.
right. So he
That's not
sleeps
me.
real well
I'm not a
at that,
science
sure.
guy.
All right, I'll try it out.
If you could have any
Oh, I like
profession, because I just thought of it when you
Okay.
said science. If you
The
could have
one-
any
one right now.
profession without needing any credentials, you could just do the job. What would it be? And if you
Whoa.
say your current job, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah, I won't
but
pick my current job. I'd probably say either an architect or like an aerospace engineer.
Nice.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would be a forensic anthropologist.
You've been on that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
You know, I think I'd be an interior designer.
You're literally taking courses for that.
Okay. But
And I hate to say it, but you don't like need qualifications for that.
no, but I think I'd be like have my own business, like
We're
work.
talking about something that you don't have this skill set at all.
Yeah.
to perform
You
that
could
job.
do this or that.
I mean, then I'd probably say like a criminal defense attorney.
I thought.
What?
I thought
criminal.
You were gonna say criminal.
Yeah, like I think
Yeah, I'd probably rob banks.
Steal some
I was
shit.
all on the path to be a lawyer, and it just seemed like a lot of reading and stuff. So if I could just go in the courtroom and argue, and you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
You'd be a good lawyer. You'd annoy the shit out
You
of me.
think she
if I was
would?
on the opposite side.
Thank
I'd be
you. I
like,
don't know.
Who is this
What?
little
What?
biddy?
Well, wait, you
Trying
call
to
her a
prove
biddy?
prove me I did it. Or no, protect me. You said defense lawyer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably.
Like a prosecutor?
yeah.
Okay.
Because you like criminals.
No, but I think, like, I can, when there's a case happening, I can always be like, yeah, I mean, he probably did it, but, like, this is how you, like, but are you sure because of this? You know, like, you can always kind of
You know
spin
what a
it.
prosecutor is? You're thinking of a defense lawyer.
Oh. No,
Yeah.
I want to defend him.
You want to defend him.
So you're a defense
A
lawyer.
defense, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. yeah.
Criminal lover.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, maybe
But
not like
here's my
murderers.
question. If and you
Not
don't
sure
always
you get
know
to,
the
well,
case.
I guess you do get to pick.
But
Yeah.
if you were like, damn, this guy really, he fucking killed this guy.
Yeah.
Would you be able to compartmentalize and be like, well, here's
I
why
think
he
she would.
didn't do it?
Yeah, because like, for instance, like this is an old case, but like the O.J. Simpson case, like I know he did it, right? But like, I can make a case as to be like, well, but maybe like I was infatuated with like the blood splatter and all the people who they interviewed, and like there was definitely
Yeah.
reasonable doubt. I think that's it. I think the idea that you
Reasonable
could
doubt.
put into somebody's mind that, oh wait, that maybe he didn't do it, and
Yeah.
that's all you need. So I feel like that's what intrigues me.
I think defense lawyers definitely are like more creative or have
Yeah.
to kind of
Like not as analytical, maybe.
like prosecutors are just applying the law
Yeah.
to prove someone's guilty, where a defense lawyer has to like kind of rework the law
Yeah.
But
in
not
order
every
to.
case has all the evidence to prove guilty.
No,
Right.
yeah, that's true. But it's like, you know, because I did like mock trial in high school.
Mm.
And that's it. It's like catching somebody in that lie. It's kind of, and again, not, I wouldn't ever do it in the military, but kind of like A Few Good Men kind of thing, where you are asking people.
You just want to yell. that
Yeah.
you can't
I
handle the
object.
All right. Good
Yeah.
answer.
So I think that one.
Why would you be architect aerospace?
The Sims.
You did build the best. I remember like driving by houses being like, Chris, build this for me.
Yeah.
And he would
I
do it.
really wish you did become an architect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're building your own family, so.
I enjoy architecture. Like
Yeah.
I enjoy going to a house and
Ugh.
seeing like
I love it.
the different types of homes and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But like I don't have the creativity to do it.
Okay.
I'm a much more analytical person.
Yeah. So let's do that while we're here. So you're definitely more analytical
Let's do
than
that.
creative. I'm definitely more creative than analytical.
Yeah.
What would you say about Caitlin, though? Is she a little of both? But you have to be dominant one side
I think she's a little bit country.
and a little bit rock and roll. No.
I would say she's more on the analytical side.
But I think it's a small swing.
I think it really depends on the situation
Yeah.
and how much
Yeah.
I care about the
Okay.
outcome.
What?
Because I would say Jason,
I'm not
definitely more
saying-
creative,
Yeah.
small analytical. I think I'm definitely more creative, but I think
You know, it's funny.
I have a good amount of analytical.
I
This
think-
is going to sound like an insult,
Okay.
Oh, shit.
but like what makes you creative?
I mean, like, I
Oh.
like decorating my house. I like putting things like that together.
And she's helped
I
me
think,
with my business.
photography
Yeah.
and doing all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
True. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
think
And like
I-
I've had her create things for me and like so I think she
Yeah.
uses that side of her brain.
I think it's more so I'm like, this seems on trend. This looks good now. And I think putting things together and hanging pictures.
But no, I
taking
think you
pictures.
do
Like
lean-
IKEA furniture.
I think you do
No, I
lean
can't
more
do that.
analytical.
But I think with our siblings being, 3 and 3 and whatnot, I think we all pretty evenly split between which.
I don't know. I think there's more analytical. You
No. But I'm saying, I think as far as, well, it maybe if you put it in the phrase of analytical, but I feel like emotional versus more like logical thinking.
Okay.
Mm.
So let's look at that. So Chris is emotional. What do you well,
Yeah.
yeah. Chris, me, and Jason emotional.
That's, I
you,
think in
Juju,
most,
and Michael. Logical.
yeah.
But I think but Michael was also an emotional
I
person.
think he can
Yeah.
teeter. I don't think any one
and
of us.
Chris can
I
be
towed
logical.
the line.
Yeah.
What?
I think I towed the line.
Well, I think at face value that's
Yeah.
how we are. But I think depending on the
Yeah,
situation,
I
Probably
could tell
favor
myself.
emotional, but I'm like
Yeah.
right on the line.
That's like how I think she is.
yeah, and
I could tell myself it's illogical, but I would still be like emotional about it.
And I
So.
think partly I choose to lean more towards
Yeah.
logical or
Who
whatever
would you? So
on behalf
who
of.
would you say is the most logical?
Juju.
Juju,
Yeah.
I think
then probably Michael, then
I mean-
Caitlin.
I didn't really know him that well.
Oh,
Well,
I mean, like in those situations.
Yeah.
I think right now Caitlin might be more logical than Michael was
so
when
Joe,
he passed away.
Caitlin, Michael,
You,
Chris.
me. Yes. Because I think Jason, emotional, like crying, but I could still be logical on things. Jason sometimes is just,
I don't know.
you don't think? But everything
feel like
Jason does is
Jason
like a
has done very
theatrical
a logical thing.
experience.
Like when
yeah.
he calls
Yeah.
you to call somebody else. Why didn't you just call
That's
him?
an
Yeah.
emotional thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
And no offense to Jason, but I think that's...
I think you're closer than you think you are.
No, I don't think we're like miles apart.
Yeah.
But I think I can
we
look
are.
at a situation and
We're
be
miles
emotional about it and say, I don't agree with that, but it's logical.
Yeah.
Where I don't think Jason has a hard time seeing logic in things.
If you're listening right now and
Sorry,
you know
Jay.
us, tell us if you
Yeah.
agree with our ranking.
But no, I mean, I think spot on with the rest.
But see, it's weird because I think like with Kevin, well, he's kind of emotional too. But I feel like I lean more into the emotional side of my
With Kevin.
personality. But like,
I have to lean more into the logical.
yeah. And I mean, like church yesterday, Mom got upset And I immediately was like, nope, let's not have Michelle look at her because I'm trying.
But then you said, don't look at Mom.
well, then
and I
you're
did.
dumb and you looked. But I think I lean more towards not emotional because I'm trying to be supportive of the people I know can't help but be emotional.
Her ability, and maybe, I guess you to a point, to compartmentalize is astonishing to me. It's astonishing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm just like, damn, how is she not crying? Or how is she not, like, more upset by this or whatever it is?
Yeah, you're really good at it.
Yeah. No,
Like-
and I really am.
Like
and
almost
I think,
like a serial killer.
Really?
No. But I think it's...
I mean, I'm only thinking of one specific time.
Yeah.
No, but I'm
But
saying,
I
like...
don't know if I could pinpoint.
Yeah, but I think dad's like that too. Like, you know, there'll be a terrible something will happen and just the ability to do things. Now, again, it's not like I'm like on the floor crying. I do what I need to do, but
Yeah.
you know, it's just like
And
yeah,
or
or just even to speak, right? Like you spoke at Michael's funeral.
shocking.
Yeah.
And I was shocked by that. And Joe read our things. And, like, I can't even think of a world where I could ever do anything. And, like,
for that.
thinking of the
Type of
future, like, I'm like, and I want
She's gonna cry right now.
Like, when we have these family events and somebody toasts,
Yeah.
like, I did a toast at Caitlin's wedding.
Yeah.
And I literally had to just, like, memorize it so much that I had almost no emotion
Yeah.
because just me reading it to myself in my head, I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like, and I don't know, like today we went to a maid crowning, right? Kieran, my nephew, walked in with a flower and I was crying. Why?
Why are you crying right
I
now?
don't know. I don't know.
I don't know why. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, I think any situation with those kids
Well,
is
that's
unfortunately going to be
That's
weighted more than most.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, we're at the 45-minute mark.
Oh, wow, that went fast.
Oh, is that your time limit?
We usually try to
yeah.
keep it to that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Katie,
Sub-hour.
how did you enjoy it? Because I know, I don't want to say
You're
you were
quite
against it.
critical of us.
Yeah.
To start.
No, I'm not critical.
You just
don't know
why
opinions,
people wanna
and
listen to
then-
us.
Yeah.
Well,
You would tell
Yeah,
us all the time, who wants to listen to you?
Yeah. Well, because I also listen to it on a regular basis. So
We don't
it's
talk
not,
like this
it's
on a
not-
regular
well,
basis.
Really? We've never had like discussions in depth
Well.
about, whatever.
Sub-regular.
Maybe. But no, I feel like having to listen to Jason and Michelle talk is sometimes
Yeah.
frustrating.
What?
I think I could talk to Chris for
Yeah.
like hours.
Because
But
it's
hearing the
like
two of
Michelle's
you-
the milk chocolate, Jason's the dark chocolate. It's like that's too much chocolate.
We need some white.
But I
Oh.
got that smooth peanut butter coming in.
Ooh, I do love chocolate peanut
I'm the
butter.
bread.
That makes sense because I don't like
And your
milk
bread.
chocolate.
I like turtles.
All right.
You did good.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Traveled all this way to be on the podcast.
I mean, I don't want to say that you might not
Don't
ever
be
hear from
hateful.
Jason again, but
No,
no,
don't.
I'm just joking.
God.
Come on.
I'm joking.
It's a Monday. So,
It is.
Yeah.
wait, is he off today?
Yeah, but he was busy.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and he sent all the microphones and headphones
It's
with
a
us.
judgment-free zone.
No, I just realized
It's fun to do
Monday.
this in
Why
person
did you
again.
expect him to
It was
do
nice.
it?
I know. Well,
Nice
that's
to
why
see
I
your
wanted
face.
to do it this weekend
Yeah.
because, Chris is here. But we'll be back hopefully next week to regular. But we'll have Katie back. I think
We'll
she
see.
adds.
Yeah, you did good.
Yeah.
We could do
I can.
Come on anytime
middle-aging,
you want. Just call in.
middle-aging plus
Oh,
Buy a mic.
not
Call in.
middle. Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna do that.
I feel like this podcast has just become like middle-aging, but then whatever.
Yeah, Michelle's real. She's
What?
struggling a bit.
yeah.
Because I'm middle-aging?
I feel like you just want to blow it all up.
What do you mean? The
The
podcast?
podcast. Yeah.
Oh, no. I love talking to Jason. I do.
Do you?
Yeah. It's
All
just,
right.
yeah, he has grand ideas, but then they don't go anywhere. I'm a doer.
We'll save this.
Yeah.
Save
Yeah.
this
But I
he's
love
gonna,
him.
We're gonna have like a Jason
yeah,
rebuttal.
yeah.
He's
Roast. Jason
my
roast.
theory twin, so
Which
Yep.
Nothing but love.
never knew that
Which
was
isn't
fake.
a real thing.
Which isn't a real thing. I
Yeah.
thought it was.
Astral twins.
He
Yeah.
said we were twins in theory because we
Yeah.
had the same birthday, but
I used to tell people that in elementary school. Like,
No.
oh, I have theory twins.
What is
in
it
my
called?
family.
Astral.
astral twin. So, yes. All right. That's all we got.
All right. Till next time.
Bye.
Blessings.
Oh.